Goody! We back. Your girl has some more. Hold on. Uh, your girl done had another interview today. You feel me? So I got the button up on. You can't go wrong with the button ups, but the kid had the shirt buttoned up like this, man. I was so ready to unbutton my shirt right after I was done with the interview. I was like, man, we gotta have it unbuttoned. You feel me? You gotta be a little bit out. But as you can see by the title, it's about to get real juicy again. This is featuring Nakira again. This is featuring Nakira again, bro. And I tell you, it was just tough times. She was just a different person, and she can't be rah rah all about that now. You feel me? But let's just start it off. So, I don't even know if this other girl watches my YouTube channel. But I don't care. I'm gonna put her name out there anyway. Not her government, obviously, but I'm gonna put her name out there anyway. Ooh. Baby, I've been looking good. Did the itches? Alright. Let's be for real. Okay. So, let's start off with this. So, I don't know if y'all seen in the last video I said like who all my roommates were. So this actually involves one of our roommates that was living with us freshman year. So her name, we call her Val. So it was Val and Akira in one room, and then it was me and Jane in another room, like I previously mentioned in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, I need you to go over to there, put the link in the little description box, you feel me? If you haven't watched the last video, go ahead. Alright, so for real, let's get into it now. So Val, like, we all were hanging out in the beginning. It was like us three hanging out. It was cool. Like, we all was cool, calm. Like, we all had our own set personality. Obviously, Nakara was one I vibed with the most. But, Val was still in there, too. Val was the homie, you feel me? I messed with her heavy. So, she starts, like, venturing off into getting other friends. Like, we ain't tripping. We, like, go ahead. Like, you don't like doing most of the stuff we like to do. It was just... She was just like, when we would be chilling or go somewhere on campus, she would like join in, that type of thing. So we were like, cool, like, go ahead, go get your own friends. Like, ain't nobody, they ain't that deep. You feel me? It ain't that deep. So she gets this one friend. I can't even remember the girl's name. But she gets this one friend. The girl's cool. Like, she had brought her back to the, can't remember what we stayed in. She had brought her back to the dorm. We had chit-chatted for a little bit. Like, she was super cool from what we seen, right? And she just seemed like on a same wavelength kind of. So, we was Gucci with that. But I'm going to just go ahead and get straight to the twist. You feel me? We're going to get straight to the twist because I don't remember all the precise details. I just remember the drama. You feel me? So, it was one day. I don't remember how we heard about it or what. I don't know. Val told on her homie. I don't know what happened. But we basically found out that, like, Val's friend, she had said something that was like, lowball. It was lowball, racist, like, it was just, she should have thought about it before she said it, you feel me? She was just talking. I don't think she understood what she was saying. So, she basically said something along like, oh, well, they're, like, really loud or whatever, right? So, being me, I wasn't tripping, I wasn't looking for no fights, I ain't trying to be in no fights, it just wasn't that deep, like, and I feel like if you have a problem, you just step right up to me, then that's something I need to handle, but other than that, I'm not about to go run up to you just talking, like, so, anyways, she said something along those lines, like, yeah, they're just kind of loud, like, basically that's it. So, Nakira heard about it, she was like, she said, what? I think the car used to be lit. She was like, she said what? Wow, really? She said that? So then she was telling Val, she's like, Valerie, I didn't mean to put her full name out. She was like, Val, you really let her say that? You really let her say that? Like, come on now. How you gonna let her do us like that? So then Nakira says, invite the girl over so we can talk to her about it. Invite the girl over so we can talk to her. I'm sorry, I'm moving my neck a lot. But this is basically how Nakira was saying it. She was like, invite the girl over so we can talk about it. Invite her over so we could talk about what was happening, why we couldn't come to whatever event we were trying to go to. So I'm like, And Nakara, I'm like, Nakara, is this serious? I'm looking at her like, we really about to do this? Like, it really ain't that big of a deal. She's like, no, Javiana, don't nobody talk about us like that. We black and we proud. Like, she on that whole level, like, right there. So I'm like, all right, if this is what you want to do, here I go again. You know, I'm rolling with you. Like, because at this point, me and Nakara have been friends for a cool minute now. So I was like, I'm rocking with her. This is my homie. If you seen her, you see me. You see me, you see her. Like, that's what it was. So I'm like, bet, let's get down to it. And I'm like, this is about to be a whole mess. And you know, we went to a Christian school. So you already know they be tripping. Like, they was already gonna be on that bullshit. So I'm like, man, alright, but we can do it. So Val like calls the girl over. She calls the girl over, the girl comes over, like, I'm gonna try and play out this scene for y'all. I'm gonna try and show y'all where everybody was seated during this scene. So say this the room right here. The room's right here around my head. So say this is like the doorway, right? Boom, this is the doorway right here. I'm standing like right where the common area room is going into their room, like trying to make sure the girl gonna try to run and leave type of thing. And then Valerie is standing like, oh, I keep saying her full name. It's okay. Y'all don't know the last name. So Val, she's standing right here, and her other friend like standing right here, right? Like right inside the doorway. And Nakara is sitting down in her seat in her room. This is her seat. So Nakara's sitting down in her seat in her room. Like, this basically talk. She's like, yeah, so like what was said, what had happened. So you know, it's like, she was like, the girl was like she was high-key scared. I ain't even gonna lie. She was high-key scared. But at the same time, you know, when she's trying to set her ground. She's trying to stand her ground, like, still you ain't gonna punk me. Like, she not scared though. And Nakara just like calmly sitting down. So I'm like, okay, as long as she ain't standing up, it's okay. So the girl started getting loud, and Nakara was just like, what you getting loud for? What you getting loud for? We just here having a simple conversation. I'm just trying to understand what was going on. Like, what was going on? Why was this said? And you know how people start rambling. She basically rambling. It was like, you know, it wasn't meant like that, da da da. But saying like it wasn't meant like that, like trying to trying to sound hard, right? Like that's basically how she was saying it. So they keep talking back and forth. I'm mad I can't remember like precise details. But they keep just talking back and forth, and like Valerie, she was the one who was like really like, she ain't trying to get down with no fighting, but we was cool with Valerie. We were just her friend, so it's like we kind of couldn't be cool with you either. Like it was one of those type of things where it's like, you ain't cool with my friend, you ain't cool with me. Actually, I don't know if all y'all rock about that. You know, some friends a little weird. They hang out with your enemies and stuff, so none of my friends do that. But yeah, anyway, so they still talking. They still talking like about the whole situation. I don't say nothing because the only reason I was really there was to back Nakara up. Like really, it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I don't know why, but I just didn't really trip off it. It was like we don't really need to hang out with her anyway. And Nakara understood that too. It was just like she just didn't like what was said. Like she didn't like nobody talking about her and none of that. She didn't play that. So I was just there just in case some stuff popped off. I don't even remember how it ended. All I know is I remember Val like running out the room, like, come on, let's just go. Like, this is enough. Like, because it really wasn't going nowhere at no point. Like, nobody was going to get what they wanted out of it. Like, Nakara wasn't going to get what she wanted out of it. So they ended up leaving. We in the room. Nakara started clowning, laughing. I'm like, bruh, like, I don't even think she understood what she said, man. I really don't even understand. I just had to tell that story because it was really tough out there in them streets with Nakara. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, now she's not even like that. Like, she's a whole mom now. So, she, you know, she don't be getting turned like that unless somebody step to her and talk about her kid. You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. But that wrap it up, you know. It might have not been as intense, you know, as the last one. But, you know, I still gave y'all a story time.
Oh, for sure, are you kidding me? You want some brand new music, don't you? Alright, it's time to loosen up your mind.